Brick fans, and welcome to the Brick Bakery, where all our jokes are half baked. And today it's time to say hello to the new Lego movie. Depending on where you live, the new Lego movie has already had its premiere, or it's having its premiere very, very soon, which is why we're looking at the 841 Benny Space Squad. This box contains 4 astronauts designed in the style of the classic space theme, and the classic space theme ran from 1978 to 1988, and these 4 astronauts are called Benny, Kenny, Lenny and Jenny, and they look like they're having a lot of fun inside. So without further ado, let's have a look at this nice little space set. And here we got the box. I really like how happy Benny is looking here on the front. And all the other astronauts are looking like they are having a lot of fun on some kind of planet in outer space. The color of the planet suggests that it might be the moon. If we take a look at the back, we can see the name of our 4 characters. It's Kenny, Benny, Lenny and Jenny. And there's some action going on here with a little space plane and a small moon rover. And I've got to admit that this space logo here is one of the most perfect space logo designs that I've seen in the Lego lineup of all time. It is really, really cool, I think. And it's also very cool to see classic space sort of come back again in this format. And the first one we put together is Benny, of course. You gotta love this smile on Benny. He looks like a really, really enthusiastic guy, and his pre-broken helmet, of course. This is Lenny we are building here, the pink one, and this is of course the very new thing about this space set is that it includes a pink astronaut, because we've never seen a pink version before. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool, I think. I would love to see an army of these, because that would look awesome, I think. So this is Jenny, we're building right here. The last one is Kenny. The yellow one is Kenny. I don't think I'll ever be able to remember these names, because they are so similar. There we go. The 4 astronauts ready to go, ready to mission it up. And we are building a small robot, a small helper type robot. Now I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know what function this little robot guy actually has. Whoops. There's the robot. And here we got the small moon rover buggy thing. It's very nice. Whoa. And that's about it. All of these are left over. And we need to give Benny his walkie-talkie. And here we got the entire crew. Let's start by looking at the small moon buggy. This moon buggy is very basic in its design, but it does remind me of some of those classic space sets from back in the 80s. However, the wheel fittings would classically have been red, not light grey. And there's actually quite a lot of bricks that's in this build that I'm pretty sure wasn't available back in the 80s, like these half plates here, this modified 1x2 here, and these modified 1x1 bricks here. However, it does resemble some of those moon buggies from way back in the day, and that is pretty cool. I do like this one in spite of its simplicity. Next up is the small space plane. And this little build actually captures some of the essentials of the classic space theme. The blue and light grey color scheme is spot on, even though this light grey is bluish grey and the classic space one would have been brownish grey. There's the classic logo here in front, and a rocket engine here in the back. And of course this quirky little detail in the steering wheel that's right here. There's also been used some newer bricks in this set, just like the first one. Here's this little hook, which is definitely a new one, and this rocket engine piece is also newer than what we would have seen in the classic space set. And then there's the main feature of this little set, the 4 astronauts. It's Kenny, Benny, Lenny and Jenny, and their little robot helper guy. They each have their own little tool, a minesweeper metal detector thing, a radio or walkie-talkie, a wrench, and some kind of ray gun or ray mining apparatus. In my eyes, these figures are actually pretty close to the classic space figures from the 80s. However, it does seem that their helmets have been beefed up quite a bit, as this chin strap here seems quite a bit heavier than it did in the original minifigs. And that is of course an advantage, as the chin straps won't break as easily as they did back then. However, Benny's does seem to come pre-broken. Other than Benny's face print and the colors, all these figures are identical. And beside the pink one, all of them could be found in classic space sets. Personally, I am wondering why there isn't a red one, as red ones was also a part of the classic space sets. And I do wonder if there is an answer in the new Lego movie for that. And lastly, there's this little robot helper guy. I like how they've made him stand up by using some of the snot techniques, the stud snot on top, which is quite inventive, I think. And I especially like how they've used a camera piece here for the main part of the body. All counted, I must admit that this set does seem to capture some of the essentials of the classic space theme, even though some of the pieces that's been used wouldn't have been around in the 1980s. However, I don't really think that matters, as this set does seem to have been designed with enough care and respect for the classic space theme. I think the 7841 Benny Space Squad has put me in the right mood to watch the new Lego movie. I really like the 4 astronauts that's in this little set, and the 2 side builds are pretty great too. It's very interesting to see some space themed Lego that's not Star Wars, and picking up the classic space theme is a stroke of genius, I think. So all said and done, I really like this set. It is a classic already in my eyes, and it does seem that there are a lot of Lego enthusiasts that's getting it. But I don't have any of the other Lego Movie 2 sets yet. Do you think I should get some of them? And which ones do you think I should get? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll be happy to hear your recommendations. But that's all for me today. I hope you'll comment, like and subscribe, and hope I'll see you guys next Monday.